Well, everyone, welcome to another extreme stream with me, Anime Alex. I know that makes no entire sense. I'm using the whole extreme stream back when I just named my channel after my gamer tag off of like all the gaming stuff, Extreme Cool Crazy. Yay. Anyways, I'm sorry. It has been a minute. I look. I don't even have my laptop in my correct spot on my counter or my desk. It's in my lap. How ironic. And I I know it's been a minute. I know I've been slacking, and I know that I haven't been the best at uploading. I've been streaming. I've been streaming Smite a lot, and link in the description to go check out my Twitch because I've been doing like a lot of my gaming stuff, and on a lot of my gaming grind, but been slacking on my anime grind, and that will start to change. I will try to get out that Black Clover chapter, because the last two chapters have been fire. And so now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've all been waiting for. One Piece chapter 953. Woo. This was a doozy of a chapter. Like at the beginning, like last chapter was kind of boring, like nothing really happened, so that's why I kind of like decided not to do anything on it cuz I thought it was just pointless. It was just basically, oh hey, it was like, oh hey, Zoro's going around trying to get his sword back and they ran into Kawamatsu. Okay? They fought some bandits. I didn't really know how to make a review on that. They fought bandits. It looked cool. That'd just be boring. Like that shit would honestly be boring. But have no fear. Have no fear, for thou I shall bring the newest and latest chapter right when I like completely bring this up. I've already read it. Not really reading it live. I just put it on my phone and then I just skim through it just so I don't. I just to make sure I don't like forget major plot points. And I am sorry for the camera shanking right now. It is late. It is 1:40 a.m. I guess technically it is really early in the morning, and so I don't feel like moving around because people are asleep. So I am regulated. Is that the word? I don't know. Not prohibited, but I am basically confined to the inner walls of my room, like the Eldians are confined to the inner walls of the Attack on Titan world, the inner districts, whatever. Anyways, that's a whole nother anime that I probably won't review because I really haven't been liking. I really actually haven't been liking that manga, but that's another story for another time. Anyways, so the chapter starts off that Kawamatsu's crying, looking at a note that Hiyori gave to him. This is years ago, and then he has that really weird crying face. It shows like all of his beak and stuff. Cause like when you see Kawamatsu, his beak looks he looks more turtle. Like to be honest, actually, you know what? That was very stupid of me because kappas are basically turtles. No, but like what I mean is that he doesn't look more turtle. He looks more frog. It's kind of what I get, but in that he looked more turtle. Like he had a beak and everything. Anyways, we go to the present day Ringo where they're in. It is snowing. Zoro is searching for this bandit that took Shusui, the Black Blade, the Kokuo. Kokuo or Kokudo? I think it's Kokuo. But the Black Blade that he got from Ryuma, which was a legendary samurai that apparently what everyone's speculating is that he was the mayor of this town of of this town, because as we see, um actually no, I lied. So the man was named Ushimaru Shimotsutsuki, and I believe the Shimotsutsuki was the town of yeah, Shimotsutsuki village was the town that Zoro trained in, or the village that Zoro trained in the East Blue. Fun fact. And so this Ushimaru Shimotsutsuki, he basically was the leader of Ringo, and people are making speculation that Ryuma could have been his father or something, and people are speculating that Ryuma was probably a Shimotsutsuki. Ushimaru Shimotsutsuki probably left with Zoro when they were early, or maybe sent Zoro off earlier before he died. And so, because people are speculating that in that one-off manga with that Oda wrote about Ryuma, like saying the dragon has stuff to correlate with Zoro and his backstory, and so people are like adding up the puzzle, like putting together the puzzle pieces and adding them all up to where Zoro is related to Ryuma some way somehow, possibly. I don't know, but it'd be funny, or not, or it'd be funny and cool at the same time, because everyone is like, they don't want Zoro to like keep on using the Shisui blade, which we will get into later. But uh, Kawamatsu is explaining to Hiyori and to Zoro about how the legends of Ringo, and that and this what is called the eternal burial. And the eternal burial is where, since there's thick snow going on, and people who died, like samurai who died, they just bury them in the snow freezes their bodies, and they're forever preserved, kind of like when you see those like cavemen that are like trapped in ice, like you know that cliche. So it's kind of like that. And then the grave sites or swords. And so what it does is it takes us in the past to where Kawamatsu wanted to rally all the samurai by giving them weapons. So he goes to the eternal burial to pick up all the swords that are used for tombstones for the fallen samurai. Apparently, he explains that people have always been grave robbing these swords because these swords are actually Mito blades. So we can take from instance that these swords could be ranging from different Mito grades, or they are all like or they're all Wazamono grade, which are like the lowest grade, and I believe that's what the Sandai Kitetsu is on. It's a Wazamono grade. It's not a skillful grade. It's not a skillful grade like the Yubashiri, and it's not a great grade like the Nidai Kitetsu or Wado Ijimonji, and it's definitely not a supreme grade sword. So that is that's what my theory is, that a bunch of these are just Wazamonos. But hey, some could be skillful grade, some could even be great grade. I doubt any of them are supreme grade. So with that being said, Kawamatsu back in the past runs into the guardian of the place, which is a fox called Onimaru, which was the fox companion of Shimotsutsuki. God, what was his name? It's really hard to pronounce it because it was a really fucking long name. Shimotsutsuki Ushimaru. Okay, so Onimaru was the partner of Ushimaru, the fox companion of the samurai Ushimaru, Shimotsutsuki, and so after when Shimotsutsuki died, Onimaru stayed, and oh yeah, they already explained it. He died, but they didn't explain how he died, but it was explained that he died unless he was able to travel, and they presumed he was dead. But anyways, so the fox stays behind, guards the swords from bandits trying to steal them to give to their like firstborn sons, because apparently back then they were all given swords when they were born. But since um, Orochi outlawed the samurai to have swords, or like just outlawed banned swords in general, so they wouldn't have weapons to rise up. Uh, what Kawamatsu did was run into Onimaru, fought with him a bit, almost lost a hand from Onimaru biting it off, and it looked very painful. And basically, he cut a deal with Onimaru, took all the blades, and stored them into some kind like underground safe. And that is what they're trying to find. And so when they get to the underground safe, they notice that when they get to the underground safe, that they notice that something is wrong and something is messing. Someone has messed with the underground place, because something was built there and it looked like a shrine. And it was described that this could only be a man's work. And then we flip to the next panel before the chapter ends to see that the bridge bandit, the Ringo Bridge bandit that took Shusui, turned into a fox. Now, theory time. Theory time. Ryuma. Okay. They already said Ushimaru Shimotsutsuki, right? Ryuma was like his name. We don't know if the Ryuma is like a nickname or an alias he goes. I don't know if it has like Ryuma. What I looked up the meaning of Ryuma, and it comes out as dragon horse, which is kind of weird. I don't know if that's like correct, but we already know it is used for dragon. Ryu is dragon in Japanese, so the name Ryuma could have derived from when he slayed a dragon, because Ryuma was known to slay a dragon, and Zoro back then was like, dragons don't exist, and then they went to Punk Hazard and yada yada this, yada yada that, and also Kaido's a dragon. So now take this in mind: Ryuma could be a nickname, and Ushimaru Ushimaru could be Shimotsuki could be Ryuma's real name, and the fox companion Onimaru could have stolen Shusui because it was his master's sword, so it would make more sense for him to have an emotional attachment to that sword, and that's why he can't let Zoro take it. Even Hiyori. I mean, I could be looking into it like way more, because it could have been like, oh, Ryuma. No, that's impossible, because Ryuma had that. No, scratch that one. It could be also that Ryuma could have been like uh, Ushimaru's dad, and that blade could have meant something to Ushimaru, and so Onimaru feels like it was his duty to get the Shusui blade and put it over his grave or something around that. I mean, it is a national treasure of Wano, so it could have been like, it still could have been like something like, oh, it's a famed blade that his master wanted, or it's a famed blade that his master respected, in the hands of Ryuma, and would want like the utmost care taken with it. And it comes to the next part of that page where underneath the panel it shows Hiyori going to Zoro and asking him to please return it after the battle. Like after they get to Shisui, just return it back to Wano because it's one of their national treasures. And Zoro was angry and he was saying how he completely did not want to do that. Because he was saying it's my treasure, it's my sword. He basically saying I fought Ryuma for it. He entrusted me with this sword, so I shouldn't feel obligated to give it back to you guys. And but the bomb gets dropped here that Hiyori said, if you give Wano back Shisui, I will replace that with a better sword, aka the Mito sword Enma, the only sword that was able to scar Kaido. Boom. The Mito Enma. The only sword that has ever harmed Kaido. The ever injured him. That gash to the side, that was by that blade. This means that whatever this blade is made out of, it could be a sea stone blade, and that would be insane AF, and that's probably why it completely hurt Kaido. Or this blade could literally be another black blade and have insane armament hockey, just passed down from generation through generation of the Armstrong family. Like that reference. But it could have been just passed down through so many sword wielders, giving it armament hockey, imbuing it with armament hockey over the years, and some kind of Excalibur kind of stuff. And it's just something so legendary. The armament hockey is so dense and so strong that it's able to pierce through whatchamacallit. It's able to pierce through Kaido's defense. It probably has Ryuo in it, or I guess Ryuo is what's used to actually coat the armament hockey. So I guess I don't know. I really don't know about that one, but it's kind of confusing around it because I always thought Ryuo is that the invisible armament hockey just being pushed out and kind of force field and then force punch and like force palms and stuff like that. But Ryuo could also destroy sea stone, so that is also a thing. So it could possibly be something with a lot of Ryuo and a lot of armament hockey passed down, or it could be a sea stone blade. Who knows? But I bet you, this is one of those 12 supreme grade swords. And to be honest, I feel like it's time to give Zoro one of those supreme grade swords, because he's had a skillful grade sword and that broke, aka Yubashiri. He has the Sandai Kitetsu the third, which is a Wazumono, so the lowest grade. And he in Wado Ichimonji is a great grade sword, so it's the second tier under it. So I would think it'd be fitting if he had a sword of the highest tier, the highest caliber, because of course I would think that the next time he runs into Mihawk would be where did you get that sword? It's on the same caliber as my Yoru, and I think there would be a lot more respect Mihawk would have into Zoro the next time he fought if Zoro fights him with a blade on his level of blade, And I think Sandai Kitetsu, he'll give Sandai Kitetsu to Kotetsu, the Tengu guy, back in the Braided Hat Village, and just for Nidai Kitetsu, because I feel bring in, like, why show Nidai Kitetsu, which is the obvious like upgrade of the Sandai Kitetsu? Like, why show it for this one arc if we're never gonna see it again? And I feel like, oh, he gives Sandai Kitetsu to Kotetsu, and probably later down the line, Kotetsu gives Kitetsu the third down to Otama when she becomes a Konoichi, probably trained by Shinobu. But Zoro probably will give back Sandai Kitetsu for Nidai Kitetsu. Zoro will have basically still two great grade swords of the Wado Ichimonji and the um, Nidai Kitetsu, as well as Inma, since he's obviously going to give Shusui back to Wano. Unless there was this one theory that states that Wado Ichimonji might go into the hands of Tashigi, which apparently people are saying is Kuina, because she looks like Kuina. Probably could be Kuina's long lost sister, so I don't know. Maybe she'll upgrade from whatever that sword she has. I really forget the name of it, but maybe she'll upgrade or get the Wado Ichimonji finally, and then Zoro will have to use Nidai Kitetsu Sandai Kitetsu, and Inma. But I don't know. I'm kind of leaning more to Wado Ichimonji, Nidai Kitetsu, and Inma combination. That's just me, but then that does sound like a pretty powerful combination. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, so as we see, Zoro is getting a power up by the end of this arc through a sword, and this sword can hurt Kaido. So a lot of people are speculating, oh, so this sword is obviously going to have some importance in the final battle, putting Zoro with the other supernovas against Kaido. So this makes me think that, oh, this is going to be like all Straw Hats, all Law's crew, and all Kids crew versus Kaido. It's going to be like an very all-out battle. Or they're going to just take all the All-Stars, aka Sanji, Zoro, Killer, or Kamazao, or so Killer, Kid, Law, and Luffy. I doubt Beppo is going to be like helping out fighting, but hey, if they want to, Beppo against whatchamacallit, against Kaido, because I feel like now that Zoro gets this sword, Zoro obviously has to use the sword against Kaido. He probably won't get the last blow on it, but this sword will be used to take down Kaido some way or some other. I don't think Zoro will take, like, the reason why I say I don't think Zoro will take down Kaido himself is because it would make zero sense in training. That would mean Zoro at this point in time, if he could take down Kaido with this one very sword, would mean that he could have taken down Doflamingo, he could have taken down Fujitora, he could have taken down Katakuri, he literally could have taken down every single person, like, right after time skip, which literally would have undermined everything Luffy would have done. And there is no way I would believe Oda would do that. There is zero logic, like, there is zero logical sense that would be made. Like, I like Zoro. He is a really cool character, but I'm not going full Zoro tard and saying, like, oh, Zoro is going to be the one to defeat Kaido, because obviously Kaido's going to take a lot more people to defeat him. The sword's probably going to get used. It will probably get used in, like, a combination attack, some tandem, like Zoro's going to, like, stab Kaido in it. It's not going to go all the way through, and so Sanji's going to have to kick it in, and then, like, the final thing is going to be, like, a King Kong gun into the sword just to, like, stab it all the way through Kaido. Some kind of thing, like, Law shambles Zoro, Zoro stabs him, Sanji kicks it, and, like, King Kong gun with, like, kid trying to hold down Kaido with the whole metal stuff, like metal things. And that's literally my theory about it, is because like there's no explanation. Just because it's a sword and a weapon does not mean it automatically gives Zoro the right to take down Kaido by himself, or like come close to taking down Kaido like with ease. There has to be a catch to this, and there has to be more to it. But also, fun fact: Zoro's skills are uh, normally has a theme of Samsara with the animal path, when he goes like Ichi, Ni Gorilla, and like Jaguar, and the Ashura, like Ashura path with, like, 9 heads Ashura, and just 3,000 world tricholism, which is stuff in uh Hindu Hindu mythology and stuff like that. And so Inma, being the king of hell, uh, is like a really, like, I think a creative way to like also reinforce that whole, Zoro's fighting style, his sword style is based on the whole cycle of samsara and the whole Hindi belief, and I think that is really cool. Anyways, comment down, what did you like about this chapter. I mean, I liked it. It was great knowing that Zoro was getting power up and a new sword, and this explains, and this is like a plot point to set up for the downfall of Kaido. So, with all that being said, please check in the description and follow me on the other forms of social media that I will link in the description. Like, comment, and subscribe here so you can watch more of these anime reviews when I come out with these anime/manga reviews when I come out with this. Anyways, guys, see you in the next one. Take care. Peace.